Oh boy, here we go. Another Squidward torture festival and another episode that that of Squidward getting tormented by SpongeBob non-stop. And yes, this is the fourth time I've ranted on a SpongeBob episode that I hate this week. So, with that said, cue the intro, please. What's up, guys? Jonathan's Media Shack here again, and today, here it is, guys. My review / rant on Squid's Visit from Season 6. So basically what the plot's about, it starts with an episode of the Krusty Krab that's starting to close. Squidward said he has nothing to do but to stay home for the comfort of his own home. SpongeBob desperately wants Squidward to come and visit, but Squidward refuses to do so since SpongeBob annoys the living fuck out of him and makes his life a living hell. Same goes to Patrick Star, the fucking dickhead. Yeah, SpongeBob desperately wants Squidward to come, but Squidward says no to him. And he says that he would prefer the comfort of his own home over SpongeBob's dirty little hovel. SpongeBob begs Squidward, but after when Squidward yells, "Never," guess what? Does SpongeBob took it like a man? No. He actually cried like a fucking toddler, and he begs for Squidward to come over. And Squidward's like, "No, I never visited you throughout my entire life." Okay. Let's talk. We're gonna have a talk about this afterwards. And yeah, SpongeBob had been crying non-stop. Yeah, after Squidward said never. And yes, it's very annoying as fuck. And yeah. And at the pineapple the next day, Patrick suggests SpongeBob to borrow something of Squidward to make him come to the house to get it back. Patrick, what the fuck? That's like, oh my god, why? Without asking Squidward's permission? That's almost like stealing rather than borrowing. You're letting SpongeBob do that without Squidward's permission? Patrick, you're such a dickhead. Honest to God, with this. I mean, wow. Who comes up with shit like this, doing this to other people? God damn it, Patrick Star. What the fuck is wrong with your head? I really would like to know. And yeah, unfortunately, that gave SpongeBob the worst idea ever he had ever came up with to torment Squidward even more. While Squidward is cooking, SpongeBob steals the vacuum cleaner in order for him to come to the pineapple and to get it back. Squidward puts his dinner in the oven and then goes to SpongeBob's house and sees to his shock that SpongeBob made an exact replica of his house. Okay, that's really disturbing. Why the fuck would SpongeBob do that? That's something I don't get, guys. Honest to God, that's something I don't get. Squidward now gets pissed off and demands his vacuum cleaner. But SpongeBob just ignores him. Because, of course, why the fuck not? Trying to do everything he can to ensure Squidward to stay home. To stay to his house, I meant. Ah. Wow. SpongeBob really makes Squidward's life a living hell. And all Squidward ever wanted is peace and quiet. But unfortunately, he can't get any of those peaceful stuff because of those two motherfuckers, SpongeBob and Patrick. That's how annoying they are in seasons 5 through 9, SpongeBob and Patrick. That's how annoying they became. They're bunches of motherfuckers. Squidward sits on the exact replica of his chair and sees his coffee table, his food, his Art of the Clarinet book, and his pillow. SpongeBob was fluffing, and it looks like the one Squidward's mother made for him. Yeah. Like, how did that even appear? They didn't explain anything of why SpongeBob did all this. And Squidward then sees his hallway and he sees the chip in a painting from when he moved into his own house. Then he walks into his bathroom and sees his medicine cabinet and his rash cream. And when SpongeBob shows up, Squidward all of a sudden screams and he slips on the rash cream too many times and his head falls into the toilet and he eventually knocks himself out. Squidward wakes up and thinks he had a bad dream about himself visiting SpongeBob. But, unfortunately, much to his horror, this is his nightmare come true. Squidward screams in agony, and he lies to SpongeBob that he has to go to the bathroom again. But instead, he actually runs upstairs looking for his vacuum cleaner. And when Squidward opens the door and turns on the light, he finds out that he is in a gallery room and spots all 492 of his self-portraits hanging on the wall. Squidward becomes frightened about this, and then he gets really pissed off. Then he looks for the vacuum cleaner in the closet, and then he finds it finally, thank God. But, however, it is stuck in the closet, and Squidward pulls it until the vacuum comes out. It hits Squidward, and he crashes into the wall, tilting his self-portraits. But then he falls down the stairs, and he spits out the vacuum. And Squidward's like, come on, let's go home. I want to get out of this living hell. And then he finally walks out of SpongeBob's house. And when he goes outside, he realizes that his house had been vaporized due to a fire. Squidward's like, oh my god, my house. Oh my god, my beautiful house. And Patrick's like, duh, you just missed the fire. And Squidward asks someone, what the fuck happened to my house? And the one firefighter's like, oh, some bastard left the casserole in the oven. And Squidward gets so pissed off at SpongeBob, and he's like, God damn you, SpongeBob SquarePants. Wow. Those two motherfuckers just like to ruin Squidward's life. Wow. SpongeBob's like, duh, you're more than welcome to stay at my house anytime, Squidward. Then he winds up staying. Then Squidward all of a sudden freaks out and imagines him with the vacuum having a little tea and then he faints, and SpongeBob yells, "Squidward, are you okay?" And then he winds up sitting at the pineapple with him and Doris and SpongeBob and Gary sleeping outside. Yeah, that's basically what the whole entire plot for this episode is. Part 2 will be in session, so stay tuned.